Hey guys, this is going to be, they're like 50 questions. I started recording it and I got to this, wow, I'm like super bleached out. This what if questions, and they're like just too deep for this video. So I'm going to skip over that. I've only gotten to that and then my phone ran out of space. I'm like, forget it. I'll record without that. All right. So I'm going to go through these. What is your favorite? This is a humorthatworks.com site, and it's just some random questions. So what's your favorite food when you were a child? Chocolate. Chocolate, anything, brownies, cookies, cake, candy, you name it. Pizza, if you have to actually say real food, and it's still the same today. Those are my favorites. What's the #1 most played song on your iPod? Passengers, Let Her Go. I love that song. The acoustic. Oh my god, his voice just like melts me. What is one of your favorite quotes? There's one that's hanging on my wall. It's by Mark Twain. I'll put it in the description box. What is your favorite indoor and outdoor activity? Outdoor. Water skiing. I love slalom water skiing. Just throwing up a rooster tail and having fun. I love jet skiing. Anything on the water I love. Even just playing at the beach. I love the water. Indoor activity. Baking. I love to bake, but I don't bake in the summer because it's too hot, so I miss baking. What chore do you absolutely hate doing? I'm going to just go with the obvious here. Cleaning up dog poop. That's not a fun one. What's your favorite form of exercise? Running, because it clears my head as well. You know, it's like a full body cleansing. I just love it. At least for me, once I get past that like mile and a half, I'm just like, it's just happy. What is your favorite time of the day? I'd love to just say like when my kids go to bed. Because usually by the end of the day, that's my favorite time of day. But I love the evenings. Like when the sun, it's, you know, dusk. I love dawn and dusk. I love those two extremes. I love like in the morning, just, you know, drinking like a hot chocolate or a hot cup of coffee and just really, really early, like the crisp morning and just everything that's out in the morning. And then I love at night when it's kind of cool, like in the summer. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. Sitting outside watching the sunset. I love that. My favorite day of the week, I love Wednesdays because it's kind of like my off day most Wednesdays. I'm able to do a lot of catching up. Today's Wednesday. Things like that. I catch up on a lot of work. I catch up on recording some vlogs, and it's just me and Drake, so that's nice. And then my favorite month of the year, I'm going to go with like maybe December because I love Christmas time and all the family activities and festivities, getting our Christmas tree and baking cookies and, you know, having big dinners, and just I love that. What's my least favorite mode of transportation? The car. I hate driving. I would rather walk, run, ride, fly, whatever. I don't love driving. What's your favorite body part? I'm gonna go with my arms on this one. I do love my arms. What sound do you love? So I was explaining this to Deacon not long ago. Do you know when you're like walking in the forest and you have that crunch, crunch, crunch under your feet? Love that noise. All right. Personal questions. Which celebrity do you get mistaken for? Lately, not as many. Now, I did grab this picture, and this is the question that I ended up on. So I don't know any of the answers past this. When I was in high school, I got mistaken for Britney Spears a lot. Now, she was pretty popular back then. So here is a picture, and it's funny because I just found this the other day of me in high school. The hair, not real. Oh, is it going to work? Hold on. Let me try to block some sunshine here. Is that working? So that was me in high school. You guys have kind of asked for a throwback. So I got mistaken for Britney Spears a lot. And not so much like mistaken for her, but everybody was just, you look just like her. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? Now I'll be 30 in February, so I'm kind of in a way grown up, but I would love to be a dietitian. Would love it. All of my background is in marketing and advertising, but you know, it's never too late to give that a swapperoo. If you have 30 minutes of free time, how do you pass the time? Ha! That's hilarious. I work. Like if I have any free time, I'm working. Always. What would you name the autobiography of your life? I just name it after myself. I don't know. What songs are included in the soundtrack of your life? Oh man. It's pretty ugly. I don't know. I'm not very keen on like music and titles and names like that. All right, personal history questions. Have you ever had something happen to you that you thought was bad, but it turned out to be for the best? A divorce, maybe? It hasn't turned out to be for the best yet. I mean, it has, but I'm gonna have to say that. What was one of the best parties you've ever been to? That's a really good question. I think one in middle school, and it was the first party I'd ever been to, and, you know, like, parents were there and stuff, but, like, we karaoke, and, like, it was a lot of fun. What was the last movie, TV show, or book that made you cry or tear up? We just watched a kids movie recently. What was it? And it made me cry. Pretty much everything makes me cry. Commercials make me cry. The Super Bowl makes me cry. Pretty much everything makes me cry. Movie that we just watched. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Bald. Totally bald. What was the hardest thing you've ever done? Leave my husband. What was the last experience that made you a stronger person? This is horrible. My divorce. If you don't know, I was in an abusive, cheating, drug abusing relationship. Yeah. Okay, so what did you do growing up that got you in trouble? I was such a good girl, but one time I decided to hang out with one of my friends after school. I missed the bus and I walked home. And then there was a guy who offered to give us a ride and we took it. Luckily he wasn't a crazy like psychopath, but I got in a lot of trouble for that. I mean, rightfully so. When was the last time you had an amazing meal? Last night, baked potato soup. Oh, so good. What was the best and worst gift you've ever given or received? That would take a lot of thought. I love a warm towel, a hot towel, straight out of the shower. That's probably one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. What do you miss? Although lately, in what's going on right now in YouTube land, by far the best gift I've ever received. What do you miss most about being a kid? Oh, the lack of responsibility. That's what I miss the most. What's your first memory of being really excited? I'm gonna have to go with Christmas. What was the first thing you bought with your own money? A car. My parents did not buy me a car. And my kids will not, I will not be buying my kids a car, so a car. When was the last time you were nervous? Just the other day when I posted that video about divorce and why. What's something you learned in the last week? That this community is unflipping believable. The love, the support, the community. I'm just flabbergasted. What story does your family always tell you about? There's really not one. At what age did you become an adult? I'm going to actually have to say 16. I moved out when I was 18, but when I was 16, I had, you know, I was working a ton and I was buying my own things, stuff like that. All right, a few more questions. Is a picture worth 1,000 words? I absolutely think so. As long as it's not staged. You'll notice like a lot of our pictures, a lot of my favorite pictures are not like family portraits or like school pictures. I think they're so corny, they're so cheesy, they're so staged. I hate, like, you know, if you go to a studio and like you're set up to pose. Like I have those pictures I've had them done once, and they were me and Deacon. He was like 2 months old, and they're horrible. They portray no memories. I love pictures that are captured like in the moment, candid pictures. It's just, it says so much. Their character, their personality, like what we were doing, and it brings back a lot of memories. For me, you could take a picture, say, you know, you're on vacation and you spent a lot of time, so you rented a house and you spent a lot of time in this house, and you take a staged picture in front of a wall or something like that. You know, you have that, but if you take a candid picture of doing whatever you were doing, say it was cooking in the kitchen, I'm just thinking back to like a Thanksgiving where we rented a house with family and we were cooking, we have a picture of that. It just brings back so many memories. You know, there's 1,000 words that you could talk about with that. Oh, where's Waldo? That's lame. Best part of waking up? Oh, cuddling my bebes. I love that. How now, brown cow? I don't even know what these are. So anyways, those are some fun questions. If you're interested in doing them, I will link this website below. And I did skip one section. They're like what if questions. It's just, they're pretty, like what would you change your first name to? My name's my identity. Like I wouldn't want to change it. You know, if you won the lottery, if you have any questions besides what's the meaning of life. For me, it's like, what else is out there? Like if I like lay down, like I'll lay down on the trampoline at night with the kids sometimes and we'll look at the stars and watch the satellites, look for shooting stars and stuff. And my mind will really get going to like I would just love to know everything that's out there and like the ultimate of it all, and just, ooh, like makes my head hurt. So if you could be a certain age, whatever, forever, what would it be? I think I would go 35, still super young, have lots of energy, but a little bit, you know, just a little bit more adult, a little bit wiser, stuff like that. So, okay, anyways, that is it. Hopefully you guys have a good idea of me. Starting next weekend, I'm going to be posting a lot of things about my past and regrets and hopes and dreams and stuff for this community, and you know, really hone it in on the single mom stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, or had a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.